I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. So it's Wednesday and it's time for a new Wacky Wednesday. What I do on Wednesdays is I go and play the current location and I try to make a deck that actually works with the current location. This one's is Asteroid M. I'm rating this at number 5 on my scale. So if you want to see how my scale works, I will post a link in the description on this one on how my scale works. So this one works on 3s and 4s. Some of the good 3s and 4s that work with this particular are stuff like Green Goblin works pretty well, Storm works pretty well, Dracula, Shang-Chi, Spooderman, Rescue. So those are basically what I'm using. This is just kind of a nasty little, kind of like goodish deck. I'm running the Apocalypse and the Infinite for the Dracula. And I'm basically running decently good will cards here just to kind of get her up and running with the Zero Ebony Maw, Sunspot combo here just to kind of get priority in the beginning. Alright, so let's kind of run it through. This is for Asteroid M. Okay, nothing really that we're looking for yet. This one is fine. We get the Asteroid. Let's retire. I want to try to show what this location can do. I'm gonna skip the one part. I don't get the locations. Yes, I know I can win some of these ones where I don't have the location showing up. But this is more to show off what you can, some of the neat things you can do with this location. There we go. Let's give a thumbs up. Snap because it's like Quicksilver. Snap. Anytime I see Quicksilver, I snap. Well, idea is that you can just play your 3 costs in pretty much any location, it doesn't matter. See, the Green Goblin's gonna go over here, and then it's gonna scooch over here. We're gonna take out the Stark Tower here. Which basically means this whole location's almost gonna be unplayable. But it doesn't wreck the Asteroid M. There's a wave. Let's do Apocalypse here. Okay, they play Julie, which is interesting. To me. we can put a Dracula down, and we'll get rid of the sunspot, which means that we're either running a 3 or a 20 here. Which means we're rolling the 3 every time, but we'll see. Yep. I guess if you want to make it better, you'd run the Zabu in here. I'm already running enough cards that don't make sense in here. Just kind of shows you some of the interesting things you can do if you ever get this location and you have some cards that you want to play off it. Okay, that's not Asteroid M, so we'll move on to the next one.
Escaped.
What's interesting about Asteroid M is if you get Dark Dimension, Asteroid M won't override Dark Dimension. So I can play the 0 here, and... well, 0 doesn't count anyways, so I don't know why I'm saying that anyways. Let's see, I can play the Storm down here, and it's not going to move over until Asteroid M. But I can do weird stuff like I can play the Rescue over here. And I'll move to the Asteroid, which means this location is now open for Asteroid M. There's some neat little things you can do with this. It'll still move over to the end, but it's just a stat total. So you can hide a good stat minion under here if you get a good stat of one for the 3 or 4. If you got Dark Dimension and Asteroid M at the same time. Actually, I should play that for either. No, I don't care. I think I can still play in, even if they have any more. Sure, okay. See what the third location is. Hope that's Asteroid M or we're retreating. I want to see how this works. Okay, that's not Asteroid M, so we're retreating.
Escape.
There's Death's Domain. Wonder how that works with Death's Domain. Let's see if we can find out. Nope. No Asteroid M, so I'm moving on.
Escape.
Okay. There we go. Now we can test the theory. Let's see how this works. So now I should be able to play. I don't have any 3 cards. Let's just do that one. Let's try here. Let's play some spot over here. And we'll play rescue and we'll see how this one works. Sweet, it still moves over there. So that's something that you can do on that. The place to stick that if you got the time. And if I put the Draco over here, the Draco gets buffed first. And then it should move. Well, the rescue gets buffed, not the Draco, but you know what I mean.
Wind paid my hand.
And we get to play the Evolve. You're not about 9, okay. Let's play the Shang-Chi and the Zero here. Okay, Shang-Chi. Which would have hit it either of these if they were high enough, but not high enough. Why didn't you get anything out? Did you not get a Dracula? No, you didn't get a Dracula. Okay, interesting. So if you ever get that, that's a good one to put in there. That's a good thing to know. Vendor's Compound.
Opponent snapped.
Right, so let's start off here. Snap. Snap. Not the greatest thing for us, but we'll work with it. I don't want to put down that, but what we can do is we can put down the Scutum on here. which will make the Avengers compound not being able to play on 5. And still leave the Avengers compound open for us, which will play the leech on. So let's play the Spooderman. We'll put the Spooderman over here, which will bring it over to the asteroid.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
And we'll put the leech here on 5. And for 6, we'll play the Dracula down here, and we'll just leave the Dracula alone. Not gonna be much power. Unless it can be a 7. And we got the 1. Interesting, okay. Okay, let's see if I can get the coin, the location to work with me. And if I can't, I can put every mod on it. Mutant, okay. Monster, I should say. Daredevil. Okay, we did get the asteroid, nice. Oh, snap. Snap. Buckle. Power. We'll do 4, and we'll put that spider fight over here. We'll put Shang-Chi here. Next turn. Kinda make him think I'm putting it over there, but I'm not. This would be better. I'm sure they can even do anything about this. What could they even do about this? Even with having Daredevil, what could you possibly do about this? Angela. Ring Goblin, okay. But you know what I can do? I can play this and this. That's not right, yes it is, okay. That really makes a big difference when you can still sneak stuff in there. Yeah, we can snap. That's gonna want to sneak in. Falls. Let's put the sunspot there and pass the turn. I don't care if sunspot dies. Close on nothing, okay. The Bifrost does not make me happy. Let's storm the Bifrost. I really don't want that to worry about. I really don't want the Bifrost to move me. And they're fighting moves, that's why I really don't want the Bifrost to move. Did I snap? I did, yeah.
Wind, aid my hand.
And then, let's see here. I'm okay with playing Dracula over here. And then I can play Spooderman on the next turn on the Warriors Falls. And I'll go to Spooderman.
Friendly neighborhood spider.
Spooderman. That should make me basically win. I don't know what they can do about this. It seems like if you can get the enemy mod and you can get the location, you're not doing too badly. So if you could have it in your deck at all, that's a good spot to throw it in. Okay, Hawkeye. Space Throne, well, if I don't get anything better. Well, technically if the M shows up, then I can't use it, so. Sweet, we can play this out then. I'm not sure how this is going to work well with the Nexus. We have a way around this. I mean, there's a way around this, but it's weird. I can do 4.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Then I can skip 5. And then, because I'm playing this right, I don't think they can get above 20 here. So you always gotta be careful about the Nexus. I basically just won that because I was failed, but if not on the Nexus. Dark Murder World, sorry. Hampton Cove. Here's my chaos. So, just so that everybody is aware, this is like a 3. And this is like a 3. And this one's basically like a 2.
Escaped.
So, I would call this a 3. Maybe a 2. This would basically fall into like a 2 category. As long as you avoid it in the beginning, this isn't doing too much. This is a 2. This is like a 3. This is a 1. 2 technically. This is definitely falling into the 4 category at this point. It doesn't hurt you if you don't have tech around it, but if you have some good tech around it, you can make use of it. Oh, okay. No, for future reference, if the location's full, it won't flip and then pull. Okay. Interesting to know that.
Wind, aid my hand.
And then let's see here. Let's go with 4 and then 5 and then 6. Making my Draco pretty useful there. Why did they use Kingpin again? That's another good one you could use on this one would be the Kingpin. Do I have Kingpin? I might switch out one of these for Kingpin. See if I've got Kingpin. Let's take out the Leech. Actually, let's get the Shang-Chi. Let's put in Kingpin. That's a good one to play on this. See, you learn while you play these sometimes. The water! He waters it all. Why did you want me to have your watcher? It seemed like one of the weirdest things you could have done. Let's snap because of that snap. Venom. Okay. You must be playing like an Agatha deck or something, I don't know. Let's start off. By blocking the Asteroid Tower.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
And I don't have much here. I just play Draco straight on. I might need to flip. Okay, and for last turn, let's do the 0 and the storm. That means that I got a pretty good chance to get something good. Don't really have much to play off this location. Okay, if this is the correct one, that's where I want him to be. If not, I gotta retreat, because I'm not playing ones that aren't the ones that I need right now. Doing this for content.
Escaped.
Okay, Adventures Compound. I guess I should take out the Apocalypse because I really have no way of jumping it up. I don't know why I didn't just play any more on that. Okay, let's retire. Okay, let's take out the Apocalypse, because the Apocalypse isn't actually doing much for us in this location. He's only an 8. So let's change that up. Remove that. Let's put in... Yeah, that's fine. We'll put in that destroyer. Hey, Drix! I tried to catch you on Saturday. I didn't see you on at all. I was on all day Saturday trying to catch you. Okay, if this is the right one, we want him there. If not, then we gotta retreat because we're just doing for the new location. Hey, Jules! Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing the Asteroid M and I'm trying to do Asteroid M locations. So I'm retreating every game where I don't get Asteroid M.
Escaped.
Ah! Well, glad to have you back in the stream. Drax, I always enjoy you in the stream. Basically, we're just trying to show off what you can do in Asteroid M right now, Jules, if you're interested. So if I don't get the Asteroid M as one of the 3 locations, I move on. This is more to just show off how the tech works.
Escaped.
Okay, so this is called Marvel Snap. So if you've never played Marvel Snap, it's basically based on the Marvel Cinematic Universes. So basically what happens is that you... Hold on. You start off with all the different Marvel characters, and you start off with only just a... Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what some of the cards do as we play through it. So we'll just play around, and I'll show you what some of the cards do. I'm gonna play one just for you so you can see what some of the cards do. So basically you have 3 locations and you have different cards. So this one's called the Onslaught Citadel. So any ongoing effects are doubled here. So ongoing effects are stuff that happen multiple rounds. We've got 1 cube. We can't do anything, so we're going to enter 1. This is Spider-Man. What he is he's got an on-reveal effect, which is basically whenever he's revealed, either through your hand or through being pulled out, he blocks the location. Here's Rescue. She has on-reveal the next card you play. If you play a card here, next turn, she gets +5 power, so that makes her 4/9. This is Kingpin. On turn 6, if any cards are pulled over to his location, he'll destroy them. This is Dracula. He's 4. At the end of the turn, he'll discard a card from your hand and gain that much power. So we're hoping he discards something like the Infinite or the Destroyer. The Infinite is a 6/20, but it can only be played if you didn't play a card last turn. And Destroyer is a 6/15, but he destroys all your other cards that you've played so far. This is Bar with No Name. Whenever who has the least power here wins. Okay, so the Hearthstone. So to bring this back to Hearthstone, basically on reveal is the same as almost like Battlecry. So I'm going to bring out some Hearthstone terms on this to make it easier for you as I play.
Escaped.
Yes, the words matter. So basically, the closest to on reveal would be Battlecry in Hearthstone terms. but it's a lot easier when you see what I'm doing. Like, okay, we're gonna start off easy. So on turn 1, we're gonna play Sunspot. And what Sunspot's gonna do is what you're gonna see him do here. We're gonna skip all of turn 2. And that's gonna give him 2 extra power. So now he's a 1-3 because we skipped turn 2. Now this is Gamma Labs. Gamma Labs turns people into the Hulk. So it's basically like, this would be an evolve effect here. So we're gonna play Kingpin down on this, so he can evolve into a Hulk. So you're actually gonna see him go down, and then you're gonna see him turn into a Hulk. And because we didn't play all of our mana, we didn't use up all of our mana crystals, it's going to put the 1 extra mana crystal on Sunspot. Now they snapped, which means that I now get more stars if I snap back. So this is how many stars I'm currently playing for. I'm currently playing for 2 stars. When I snap back, now I'm playing for 4 stars. We're going to put Draco down over here. Because we didn't use all of our mana, that extra mana is going to go to Sunspot. That's okay. You don't have to play it. I would recommend playing it though. It's very fun to play. So now we're on turn 5 out of turn 6. So we have 6 mana. Just hoping that I can help explain some of this to you. That's fine. If you just want to watch me play, that's something fine too. You can watch me play, you can work, you can just chat if you want to. Trix doesn't play this either, she just hangs around and cheers me on from time to time. If you want to talk about something else, that's fine too. There's Trix dancing again. She doesn't even play this game, and she just comes in here and dances for me sometimes. We're pretty friendly, pretty, chill kind of stream. Well, I love to help. If you want to know what anything is or why I'm doing anything, please feel free to ask. And, don't feel ashamed to ask. People who don't ask never learn. But I'm looking for a specific location to show off a specific location, so you're going to see me retire a lot here. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to win 2 out of the 3 locations. And they're the same as basically like locations in Hearthstone with the new location cards. Or they each have a requirement that you want to do on them. They each tell you what they do. I miss Ben Bird too, but it's not like he's dead. He just moved out of Hearthstone. See, this is the location I'm looking for. And he did make this game, so, or at least help out with some of this game. But I do miss him in Hearthstone. Oh, yeah, they didn't want to lose him, but he basically, if I remember correctly, he walked out because he didn't want to do Shutterwalk at all. He didn't like Shutterwalk and how it worked, and he didn't think it belonged in the game, and he basically came to them and said, like, I don't want to be here if you do Shutterwalk. And they did Shutterwalk anyways, and he basically left. And that might be an oversimplification of what happened there, but if I remember correctly, that's most likely what happened if I remember correctly. Hearthstone went down. It went down a lot after they left him. But what did you, I mean, he had to stand behind it because he knew that Shutterwalk was not a good idea for the game. I mean, and kudos to him. He went and he found something else. And this is basically the game that kind of Hearthstone wanted to be at some point. You know, quick, fast-paced, interesting characters. You know, they can bring in cards constantly in this game, and they don't have to worry about it. The problem is that Hearthstone sort of has spent its life cycle already, which sounds weird. Because they're basically creeping up on like 10 years. And the fact that a game like Hearthstone is getting towards 10 years old
Escape.
is kind of long for any digital card game. Oh, I played it from the start too. I played Hearthstone. I came from Hearthstone. I played Hearthstone. I played Mercenaries in Hearthstone. I left Hearthstone after Mercenaries was gone. I still play it in the background, but I'm basically done with it. But I did play Hearthstone. I still play Hearthstone. But Magic, I was playing Magic before I ever got into Hearthstone. Magic got me into Hearthstone basically. Because Magic was getting to be way too expensive. And then I was doing World of Warcraft, and I got into World of Warcraft, and World of Warcraft got me into Hearthstone. And Hearthstone got me into Marvel Snap, and that's mostly because of the fact that I knew Ben Brode made this. And I knew Ben Brode made Hearthstone. And I liked what Hearthstone was back when Ben Brode was doing it. And I know he left to create his own company called Second Dinner. And is it a perfect game? No. But does it have the potential to be really good? Yeah. It needs work, but I don't think there's a collectible card game out there that doesn't need some form of work. So I'm going to read that. All of us most changes jobs, but in the end, he got out good. He got out because he wanted to get out. That was what he wanted, and that's what he needed. He needed to get out because he was tired of them not listening to him. And a lot of people left because of Sherlock. A lot of people left Hearthstone because of Sherlock. Well, there was a whole thing about Activision, and then there was a whole thing about the scandal and everything else that went on. And he might have left even because of that scandal. You know, that was the time at which they were talking about the sexual harassment and everything else like that. So, you know, he could have just left because of that. Well, it was never good. I mean, nobody should ever have to deal with that in a workplace. That's not why you're going to work. You want to work to do a job. Let's see. Okay, we did get notification. I wanted to see how that was going to work with that card.
Escape.
Well, the problem is that sometimes when you are working for a company that's as big as Activision, that you're working for a company that's as big as Blizzard, you know what's going on, but there's really nowhere you can go and nowhere you can talk to. And the few people that you bring stuff up to, you basically sit there and go, this is happening, and they basically sit there and go, yeah, we know. And who knows how many people worked behind the scenes to let the people in charge know what was really going on. You know, that's the thing, you know, how many people really... I mean, I've worked for companies that are big companies out there, and I'll tell them my idea to do X, Y, or Z. And they'll sit there and say, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And then later down the road, they'll basically do nothing with it because at the end of the day, there's not a company out there who cares more about the individual than cares about the amount of money they can make. And that even includes stuff like Activision and Second Dinner and stuff like that. You know, don't think just because Activision is Activision or Second Dinner is Second Dinner that at the end of the day that they don't want the money. You know, it's a business. The people who you have to answer to at the end of the day are your shareholders. As much as it'd be great if that was the way that it worked, it is. Well, they did shady stuff in the past, but there's not a company that exists out there. Or they don't do some shady stuff every day. You know, that's part of being an organization, that's part of being a company, unless you're like the world's smallest company. But as soon as you hit, I would say, 1,000 people, somebody's doing something shady. You know, if you say that one person out of 1,000 is doing something shady, that's not a lot of people. But if you have 1,000 people in your organization, that means one of them's doing something shady then. But he made the right choice, in my opinion. He made a more better game. You know, Marvel Snap is a way better game than Hearthstone ever had the right to be. I moved away from Hearthstone. I wanted to be one of the people who was in the beta for this, I just didn't get lucky enough. But I'll give you a quick little thumbs up here. Thumbs up. Let's hope this is the correct location, otherwise I'm going to retreat here. That's fine. If you want to play Hearthstone and dabble that's great too. And again, you don't have to play this as religiously as I do. You know, you can pull this game up, the matches are quick. It's about maybe 7 minutes for a match from start to finish. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not trying to convince anybody to play this. I'm really not. If you just want to chat, or if you just want to see stuff, or if you just want to hang out, that's fine too. Like Trix, she spends all her time in here. She doesn't play this game at all. I'm perfectly fine with people talking about anything and everything. You want to talk about how much tea is in China, you can talk about that too. If you have a question about anything that I do, you know, please feel free to ask. But basically, I'm just trying to play it to the Asteroid M location right now. One of the trickiest things that you can do with Asteroid M is with this card is called Ebony Maw. And usually after you play him, you can't put any more cards in his location. But because of how Asteroid M works, you can sneak 3s and 4s into his location. So it's a tricky way of getting stuff into his location even though you're not supposed to. Like I can put, you know, the Green Goblin down and put it into Asteroid M here. Hey! you speak in G minor? I have no idea if I speak in G minor. If I do, I do. But basically, all it is I'm transgender. That's what this little doohickey up here represents. The little flag up here with the male to female. And I basically don't like my voice. So I use a voice modifier. And if you want to help me try to figure out how to make my voice modifier better, you can send me a IM or PM. So, I can fix my voice modifier, because I still have issues with my voice modifier. But the main reason I do it is because I'm transgender and I really don't like my voice. I really hate how my voice sounds at all. It's not feminine at all. But I see myself as feminine. So, got a voice modifier when I first started doing this, and there's a few clips where you can catch me without my voice modifier. But if you want to help me with my, get my voice better, I would be glad to help take a DM or a PM on how to fix my voice. I would love nothing more than to get my voice to sound better on this. I know that a lot of people don't like how my voice sounds. I really don't know a better way around it, honestly. Other than turning the voice fire off, which ain't happening. Maybe someday down the road I'll do it for just like a quick, kind of like, you can hear what my real voice sounds like. But if I do speak in G, that I have no idea. I couldn't tell you where the G note is by any stretch of the imagination. I wish I could get it to sound better. I think if I really go up like here, it gets a little bit better, but it is not even close to sounding feminine. I've got a lot of bass in my voice. Welcome to the chat. Here, have a wave. Let's give you a wave. How did you find me, Nat? I think it would also help somewhere down the road if I got a way better mic than what I have. My mic is like a $50 cheap mic. Because that way it would take away some of the back crackle and background noise that you hear. Oh, that's awesome. That is something that is so awesome. I do not know how to write or how to put music to paper at all, and that's something that I would love to know how to do because I have songs in my head, but I have no idea how to put them into actual notes. But you're welcome in the stream. If you have any questions about what I do or who I am, feel free to ask. I basically put everything out there. Not ashamed of anything I do. Right now I'm just trying to do stuff with this location, Asteroid. Trying to show it off a little bit. Put the Dracula there. Let's see. Is Spider-Man the best one? Who's the best one? Technically, it's the Sunspot. Ooh, we tied. That's so rare. Alright. I'm gonna end the recording on this. I'm gonna keep playing for on Twitch, but I'm gonna end the recording for YouTube. So thank you all so much for watching, and as always, remember, play for fun!